Dre Taylor. I'm a developer here in Obosomase, Ghana, here doing development for the Diaspora looking to return home. Check us out. When I first came, I had to walk like a quarter mile with a machete to get to the property because it was all bush. Some people that I bring before we got started, they look like, oh, I don't know about this, you know what I mean? It's just bush, you know what I mean? And so they couldn't really see the vision. So you have to be a real visionary to see things through and have belief and trust in the person that's supposed to be building from you. So like out there that you see, it wasn't no road access to it. So I had to put in road access, had to put in street lights, had to bring power to the property. So these are things you have to do as a developer here in Ghana because it's not always set. We have a couple units on Airbnb. Currently, this unit here and the next unit there. These are both on Airbnb, owned by two ladies from the US. And we have the next unit we're getting finished here, owned by a Ghanaian family. So two separate Ghanaian families. We have a Liberian family, we have a Nigerian family, and everybody else is pretty much from the US. So when people say, oh, you coming to regentrify Africa, you know what I mean? Nah, everybody's coming in to build. So as long as you're of African descent, you're good to go. So that's what we out here doing, building for Diaspora, who's looking to return back home and have a nice quality home without the headache of moving and trying to figure out things here in Ghana. So I've been here total about 4 years full time. I'm a dual citizen and I've been coming back and forth since 2019. So we have no issues on the land. Everything's been pretty smooth selling. A couple bumps and hiccups like any other construction project. The Cedi exchange rate did a number. So if you come in to invest or coming to develop, you always got to take account of that Cedi exchange rate. So the exchange rate went from like 15 Cedis to $1 to like 10 Cedis to $1. That's like a 38% drop. You know what I mean? So these are some of the things you need to think about when you're developing and contingency plans and things of that nature to move forward. So because of that Cedi drop, we have had some delays in construction, but we will deliver and bring on an excellent product, which we have sold out all of our houses and duplexes. We have a long waiting list of people who want to get the next property. So we will be expanding the development. We're going to be doing some condo units up above, 92 condo units. So we have some of those pre-sold already for pre-construction, or off-plan as they call them in Ghana. And we're looking to develop the bottom part of our property, which is about 4 acres down at the bottom. So we'll show you what we've been doing, where we at. We might take you in some of these Airbnb units as you can see them finished. And then, yeah, just keep walking around and show you what we're doing here. This is one of the units, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bath. It's one of the houses here. We did pre-construction cost at 160 USD. That was pre-construction before we got it built. That's one way to make money is when you're building, is pre-construction. So when it start building or when it get done, you can actually get that equity and sell it off if you wanted to. So the ending price of this building was $230 for a house, a 4 bedroom, 4.5 bath, rooftop pool, solar, battery backup, 2,800 square feet. You really can't get a deal like that in Ghana for what we're doing as far as sustainability and the views and what we're building as far as the community. So this is what we're doing here in Ghana. Like I said, it started at 160, end up being 230 is the last price. So, you know, if you have a buyer or a development and you can get in that pre-construction, this is something you want to do. That way you get in on the front end, you're not paying the rest on the back end. So, yeah, that's what we out here doing. So you see we're finishing up doing some cleaning here. This is like 98% done. This is one of the units here. So see the kitchen here, it's an open concept that we have here. Nice view, we have 4 floors. So the bottom floor is its own apartment unit, has a kitchen, bedroom, bath, living room. And you can rent it out for extra income property, or you can stay down there and rent out the top, vice versa. So you have 2 units in one. Have a good view, even though some of it is semi-obstructed from the views in front. But as you go up 2 more floors, you still have a great view of what's called Tima. And we have Shy Hills and Dodowa over there, but it's kind of cloudy, so you really can't see it, but it's a great view at night. Lights cut on, even better view in the daytime. So we here building, like I said, we have the upstairs here, except we finishing, so excuse the mess, construction. We have light steps, that's motion detector that goes on and off. This is a downstairs, extra bedroom. So this is 3 bedroom, three bath, 3.5 bath. So this is the bottom floor. We would probably say in the U.S. a finished basement. 98% of homes in Ghana don't have basements due to a lot of flood issues. So we don't have any flood issues up here in the mountains. No natural disasters here in Ghana. So we don't have to worry about, monsoons, tornadoes, earthquakes. They have tremors, but nothing like that. So these are some of the things that, you think about when you move into a place. So we have a small kitchen here, a small refrigerator. We have a bathroom here. As you can see, a nice good sized bathroom. And we have a bedroom as well back here that you can check out and see. We'll go upstairs, look at the rest of the unit. So we have motion detected stairs. Cut on as you go. So we have the smallest of the 3 bedrooms here. They are ensuite. So you have a bathroom there. This is the master bedroom here. Have a built-in wardrobe back in the corner there. And have the master bathroom there. Then you have a nice balcony. Drink tea, sip some wine, a nice adult cocktail. So you have an unobstructed view. Like I mentioned before, so you have 2 floors of unobstructed views. So you have, like I said, Timma, Dodo over there, and the mountain range behind. So yeah, it seems longer than it actually is when you're in the midst of doing things. And so it always seems longer when you're building in the process, but other people come and say, hey, you done things pretty fast. How was you able to maneuver being from the US, dealing with all the things you have to deal with, communication issues, building differences, cultural change, just different things. So, we've pretty much pinpointed and figured out a lot of things, good and bad, but we're gonna keep on pushing and moving. And, I'm satisfied with where we're at now. So what you're seeing here, you have 7 houses, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, all sold out. All of them have rooftop pools. All of them are gonna have solar, battery backup. We have reverse osmosis for water filtration, so you have drinkable water coming out the source. We have generator on the property, so along with tied also to ECG. So we have everything you pretty much need. So when we build our condo units, 92 condo units, we'll have a gym, we'll have a spa, we'll have a 24-hour urgent care center, a pharmacy, market, rooftop restaurant. And so we'll have everything like a small city, so it'll almost be like your own little personal resort here on the property, so you don't have to worry about going down and trying to figure these things out. We'll also have a transportation service because we are in the mountains. Sometimes Ubers don't like to come up here because they don't get a return trip back. So we will be having a transportation service to be able to take you to the mall, to the hospital, to the market, or certain events for maybe like the African American Association of Ghana is having an event that we go to. So just those things that we'll be able to, deliver and transport our people to that'll be here on the property, as well as if you're coming from the airport, we had to pick up somebody who want to stay in one of the Airbnb units. So these are some of the things we're doing up here. Up in the mountains, you have access to the Obosomase waterfalls, which is 5 minutes down the road. You have quad bikes about 10 minutes down the street every Saturday morning at 5 a.m. You have a group of people who do mountain climbing. I haven't done it, but they do it at 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturdays. You have the Botanical Gardens, which is about 10 minutes away. You have Papaya Village, which is like a eco tourist place for kids and things of that nature. So it's a lot of things to do up here in the mountains. We have 5 waterfalls within an hour. I know you can walk to one hiking for like 2 hours, but you have one right down, so you have like 5 within an hour. So it's a lot of things to do up in the mountains if you're looking for that outdoor experience without the hustle and bustle of Accra, somewhere peaceful where all you hear is birds chirping, the wind going and good flows and energy. This is what we're building out here, a community. And so we want to build a community in which we can all chip in, invest in different projects, develop, see what we can bring to the table, whatever skill set you have. So we have a total of 105 units at the end of the day until we expand and get more. But how do we utilize that group economics and power to say, hey, we want to do this, we want to do that. So this is what we're trying to build here at the Beyond Investment. So we up here at the rooftop. So the difference between the rooftop at the houses and the duplexes is the duplexes, which is 3 bedroom, 3.5 bath. You have this lounge, open space, entertainment area, so you can utilize it how you want to utilize it. The house have a bedroom here on the 4th floor, so it's a different kind of design build out. So you don't have the lounge space, but you have extra bedroom and just walk out to the pool. So we got a nice pool here. Dip in, dip out, about 5 feet deep. And like I said, you got a great view out here. So when I first came to Ghana, or when I first came here, this was all bush. And so when I started to build here and bring people here, well, when I first came, I had to walk like a quarter mile with a machete to get to the property because it was all bush, like out there that you see. There wasn't no road access to it, so I had to put in road access, had to put in street lights, had to bring power to the property. So these are things you have to do as a developer here in Ghana because it's not always set here. So I have to bring those things here. And some people that I bring, before we got started, they look like, oh, I don't know about this. You know what I mean? It's just bush. You know what I mean? And so they couldn't really see the vision. So you have to be a real visionary to see things through and have belief and trust in the person that's supposed to be building from you. So it's been a process. And luckily for me, I have people who believed in me and we've been able to build, and they can see the process of what we've been doing here. So you can always see right now, you always see workers here working on the property. Like I said, we just keep on inching ahead and moving and delivering a product. So this is what we've been doing and this is where we be at. So, hopefully at some point in time you can come and join, see what we're doing, catch on to the next project and be a part of this movement at the Beyond Investments. I don't post as much as I used to on social media. I have a Patreon, the Beyond Collective. And so for those who are truly interested in moving to Ghana, retiring, building, investing, then that's where I post a lot of content at the Beyond Collective on Patreon, as opposed to, social media where you get a lot of people looking, but there's a lot of people kicking tires. So I don't have to be repetitive on answering a lot of questions where I answer a lot of questions in the Patreon. So you definitely want to check that out if you're truly interested in what we're doing. But I'm here at peace. As a black man, I'm here as a man, not a black man. And so I'm free here in Ghana. So that's one of the questions, or some of the questions I always get asked. Why Ghana? What are you doing here? And those are some of it. I'm free. I'm a man, not a black man. The opportunities, be amongst the majority. And I don't think I could have built this here, in the U.S., because I really wasn't doing anything from the ground up construction and building how we building here. So, I didn't plan on being a developer here. I came and I bought 3 plots of land. I was going to build my home here. And I started a tour company. So we're doing tours, bringing people here. They wanted me to build for them. And I had an opportunity where, had a lot of people wanted me to build. And so one criteria is I had to live here. So I moved here full time and became a developer. You know what I mean? And so it's been a great experience. It expanded my horizon. And just looking to continue to build on top of what I've been doing here and continuing the relationships that I'm having and building and also giving back to the community here. So we have a computer lab that we're going to build here up in Obosomase. I'm now a chief up in the area, Marahini. Nana Yao Aye is my new name here in Ghana. And so, yeah, just looking to develop the area, see what value we can add, building quality homes for those who want to move here, making that transition easier for the Diaspora who's looking to move here. And yeah, that's what we're doing. I even brought my cousin, he's here down there from Georgia, out here working, you know what I mean? And so it's an opportunity for people to relocate and have opportunities that don't really exist in the U.S. Some of the challenges that you would have is it's a different culture, different way of doing things. Say, for instance, a traditional bathroom is going to be narrow, compared to the U.S. where it's going to be a little bit wider. The steps, you know what I mean? For some reason, it's hard to get good steps in Ghana that's going to be level, you know what I mean? So just little things like that, how we do things. They build a lot of cement here. So every structure that we have or they build in Ghana is like a commercial building where it's not going anywhere. It's going to be made to last. It's not made out of wood. Everything is cement and iron rods. And so just looking at the way they do things and the way we do things and how to mesh the best of both worlds here. So that's what we're working on, is trying to figure out how can we eliminate as much cement that's being used and still have a strong, sturdy building and just reducing building costs. And so that's what we're looking at as far as, how we improve, but that's just been some of the challenges of seeing how we build differently, the cultural differences. Other than that, an exchange rate, like I mentioned earlier, going from 15 to 10, I didn't anticipate that. So that's something to think about. And that's why we have to expand the build to absorb some of those infrastructure costs as far as putting in a paved road to the main junction. And so when you have extra things like that, you got to cut costs on some of those things. So we're looking to obtain another 4 acres below us to build like an animal reserve, to have animals walking around, things of that nature. So to bring more people here, a tourism spot. So if you have an Airbnb, you have more people coming and enjoying. So these are some of the things I'm putting in place now. And we just look forward to anybody who want to, move here, join the team. And still to this day, I haven't had one investor invest in this development. It's all buyers. And so I want to have a proof of concept, because one thing when people come to Africa, everything's a scam. Oh, there's a scam. That's one thing people always ask somebody else. Is that guy for real? Is he a scammer? Nah, I'm here building. You can ask my clients what's going on. Like I said, you always see people here working. I'm living on the property as well. So that's one thing. We're just trying to make it easier for those to make the easier transition here to Ghana who plan on moving here.
Hey Web Nation family, for years we've been sharing stories of diasporans who have relocated from the diaspora and currently living here on the continent of Africa. You guys have been enjoying the episode, saying in the comment section that you want this to be you one day. Why don't we just bring that time to now? We are inviting you to come on a trip with us to South Africa, November 2026. This is going to be an 11-day experience of we visiting cities like Cape Town, Johannesburg. We having experiences like going to the wine lands and actually experiencing South Africa, the people, the food. This is not just a vacation. This is a very well detailed experience that gives you the proper insight on people interested in relocating. The beautiful part about this is we've made it easy for you to come on this trip with us. By you just making the deposit, you get to pay the rest in installment and get yourself on a trip with us to South Africa. Scan the QR code, secure your spot, and see you in South Africa. Now guys, let's get back into the video.
So we're in one of the Airbnb units here. Like I said, we have one next door, and we help manage the Airbnb unit here. So a nice picture of Africa mirror that everybody seems to like on the wall there. Nice, comfortable view. So you can see what can be done, the possibilities. All this furniture, we sourced it here in Ghana, so nothing was imported in from anywhere else, all locally sourced. So I always get to ask that question, where you get your furniture from, as if there's no furniture made here in Ghana. So we have custom pieces made here. We have some that we got actually in the store. So have a balcony. I still got a great view here, and the upstairs is, you know, comfortable and nice. And all of the units, we have pools at the top. So this one has a pool. The one we went to has a pool. So all the units, all the 13 units that we have built, all have pools at the top. That's not a common thing here in Ghana as far as houses having pools on a rooftop. And so I wanted to have a vision, because I travel a lot, and one thing was always what make me want to visit a place when I travel. What makes me want to book an Airbnb or stay at a certain hotel. And, you know, it's based on the views and the quality, and you want something that's Instagrammable. And so having a pool at the top is Instagrammable. Gonna get more people to come stay here and visit and enjoy the space. And so I wanted to have great views. I wanted to have, you know, wall-to-wall windows, you know, just taking it all in. And so I got with a team, engineers. We just didn't put a pool at the top. We had engineers and we figured it out, and we put a pool at the top. And so everybody seems to love it when they come in. So that's how we end up with a pool at the top, because of my travels and seeing, okay, what's it gonna make people rent these spaces out? What are they gonna enjoy the pools? Because most pools are put in the front yards of the house to see if they do have pools. And so I wanted to do something different and maximize the spaces. We have 4 floors up. And so I wanted to include that inside the property. So that's how I ended up with the pools here at the top of the building. Yeah, so some of the opportunities that have presented itself here in Ghana since I've been here 4 years and building. I'm getting approached by a lot of people as far as land opportunities. So trying to expand my team. That's why I brought my cousin here to help facilitate on the ground when I can't be here. But there's other opportunities as far as beachfront. So I have access to 2 separate developments on the beachfront. One is 3 acres, the other one is 5.4 acres. And so we would start looking into developing that, getting investors and things like that to expand the beyond investments. As far as reservation units, when I started this like 2.5 years ago, I had over 1,000 people look at reservation forms, either look out, fill out, or on a waiting list for the next development. So I built, you know, a nice following without doing a lot of advertising. I don't have any agents. It's just pretty much just being me circulating information, and I'm still getting reservation units even though I'm not advertising. So we built in almost like our own ecosystem where the one hand is going to feed the other hand. Another opportunity that presents itself, just for those of the spoils thinking about it, coming over here, is one reason that the Cedi went down, which was bad for me because a lot of my clients are bringing in dollars. So the Cedi went from 15 to 10. And part of that reason is because Ghana's now start having more gold in their reserves here. So that's an opportunity as far as a mining space where we know, coming from the other side, that Africa has all these resources, and why don't we tap into some of the natural resources that's here? Ghana's doing close to, you know, $20 billion a year in gold. And why don't we use that gold to fund development? So these are some of the things that have opened up, you know, access and opportunities here in Ghana. So these are some things we're looking to getting into here shortly. But not using natural resources to back to development. So it's a lot of things we're working on behind the scenes and with my collective, like I mentioned before, the Beyond Collective. Those are interested. These are things we're going to be progressive and create that pathway in which doesn't exist on how to you actually invest in Ghana and do things the right way. And so these are some of the things we've been working on to create that pathway for those looking to come and return home. So that's pretty much what we've been doing here in Ghana. With the Beyond Collective and the Beyond Investments. So as you see here, we have a bed that was made here locally, right on the main roadside, 5 minutes away. Nice sturdy wood bed, end tables made out of wood, desks made out of wood. So there's a lot of stuff to get made here locally in Ghana is beautiful that you really can't get access to, especially at the price in the United States. So we want to do something natural. We make our own bricks on the property. It's called earth bricks. So it keeps the property cooler so you don't have to rely solely on AC, especially at night, at nighttime. open the windows, get a cross breeze, turn on the fan, and even, halfway through the year, the fan is actually too much at night when you have that cross breeze coming into the room. Master bath, and so you have a nice little area out there. You can drink tea, enjoy the scenic views, and like I said, this is what we're doing up here in the mountains at the Beyond Investments, building something of quality. This is an Airbnb. It's $200 a night, $200 minimum, so you have access to the whole house, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, rooftop pool. So definitely check us out. Airbnb, we have 2 units currently there now. So we'll provide the link for that if you are interested into looking at those Airbnb units. But yeah, this is what we're doing here, the Beyond Investment. Yeah, in the next couple of years, like I said, we're looking to expand. I want to develop, a lot of this mountainside here on the side of the mountain. So like I said, trying to get this another 4 acres below us and if possible another 6 acres to do like an animal reserve, build some other units there on the property. Looking to expand possibly that way, a little east of where we are to do some more development housing since I'm now chief, like I said, in the area. So a lot of opportunities now present themselves here. So like I said, looking to expand only here, the beachfront in Prom, and looking at some mining here in Ghana as far as the gold is concerned. So those are some of the things we're looking to expand here with the Beyond Investments and the Beyond Collective. Yeah, so one of the things I did was I brought my cousin here, first cousin, my uncle's son, who is no longer here. So I brought him here to do something different. I need somebody to have some more eyes and ears on the ground and also take advantage of the opportunity that presents itself because I can't be everywhere at once. So brought him here, he's learning construction, he's learning the local language, taking tree classes, learning how they build. So now, about a year from now, 2 years, he can take on his own projects and do his own development. You know what I mean? So he's learning boots on the ground, learning, here in action 24/7. So you can ask him what his experience has been so far. So this is Lawrence.
I've been here since July of last year. I really didn't know what to expect. I've never been out of America. This is my first time, but I ain't got no complaints. You can't get this atmosphere too many places, so it's been a good experience. Learning the work, learning the construction, how to build the structures. Day by day, real peaceful. I mean, you gotta come see it for yourself. Everybody got their own experience. You know what I'm saying? Respect goes the wrong way, so you respect yourself, people respect you. But
So you was here, you got to experience Daddy December. What was that like?
it was crazy. It was turned up. It was turned up. I feel like they still doing it. Yeah, it's an experience. We're going again.
Doing again 2026. Yeah. So we got a tour coming up towards the Ghana. So, you want to join in that December. It's turning up all the time. We're still doing all the cultural stuff, naming ceremony, slave dungeons, the market.
Yeah, I went to the slave dungeons, seen the slave dungeons. They gave me my name, Kwabena Doom. They welcome you here. Kwaba, it's a Kwaba here.
Everything's a learning lesson. You know what I mean? If you don't learn the hard way, how are you going to actually learn? And so I took a lot of the bumps and bruises that other people who plan on moving to Ghana is not going to have to take because I've taken them. Things would have done differently, probably would have looked more so on a financing end as far as taking on investment, but I want to have a proof of concept before I took on investors. And so that's probably one thing that I would do moving forward on any other development is get the financing up front because we have buyers and have a 2-year payment plan. And so because Ghana is all cash and getting financing in Ghana, you're looking at least 15% USD and at least 20% to 30% of Cedi. So you got to be creative in financing here in Ghana. So that's one of the things you plan on developing, managing that Cedi rate, the inflation, deflation of whatever the dollar or the Cedi. So that's some things I would think about before moving forward because whoever's going to think that, the Cedi and the exchange rate are going to drop 35, 38%. That's all unheard of, you know what I mean? So, but you can't forecast that in any numbers. You usually have a 10% contingency, maybe 15%, but to do 35%, 38%, that's just unheard of. So You live and you learn, and like I said, just keep on moving. So we still working here, we still building. So I have no complaints. We have, you know, some satisfied customers that we have here. So this is what we're doing at the Beyond. So best of luck if you plan on developing, if you plan on moving to Ghana, you plan on retiring. This is some opportunities that afford yourself to do while you're here. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Just be calculated, do your due diligence, plan accordingly, and get a good lawyer, and you're good to go. Beyond Investments.